Sulaiman Bhimani is a very famous and popular in Mumbai, India. Rated for his roles as an advocate, human and consumer rights champion, right to information's campaigner, and a dedicated community leader. Here are the key highlights of his background and remarkable contributions. His expertise shines in addressing RERA issues, including intricate matters such as possession dates and the revocation of gift deeds for senior citizens. He is a human rights campaigner. Bhimani ji is deeply committed to promoting the effective use of the Right to Information Act, known as RTI. He conducts impactful seminars and workshops, equipping individuals with the tools to access vital information while campaigning transparency and accountability, with a specific focus on RERA-related concerns. Currently, we see every second building going for redevelopment. Let's understand the risk involved in redevelopment projects. So tell us, what happens if the society starts the process of redevelopment without conveyance? Even though you have purchased ownership flat, you're not the owner of the land?
Yes. So exactly, even you have purchased the flat, you are owner of that four walls. You are not the owner of the land. So first thing, even in the bylaws number 5 says that the priority, the prime object of the society is to get the transfer of the land into the name of the society. Now, there can be a serious legal implications if the land is not transferred in the name of the society. Now, if you give it to the builder, what builder is going to tell you is that I cannot put up the plan to the authorities because once the title is there in the building department, in the name of the property card is in the name of the society, the builder can upload the plan for the approval. So you will get stuck. I have seen many projects, they enter into an MOU with the builder and then to get the property transferred into the name of the society takes a lot of times. And by the time whatever he has promised, then once he says, अभी मेरे को इतना खर्चा हो गया है आपके प्रॉपर्टी आपके नाम पे कराने के लिए, तो मैंने जो कमिट किया था 2 साल 3 साल या 5 साल पहले, अभी I am not in a position to give you the same area or the same corpus fund. Now we'll have to negotiate and we'll have to reduce it. And this is happening. And once you enter into the MOU, it is very difficult to go to the court and get it terminated or cancelled or revoked. You know how our court judicial system works. If it is a civil case, it will start from decades to decades and it will be transferred to your next generation, but the results are not there. So don't cut your hands and give it to the builder. Currently, the proposal for approval of the plans in building proposal are uploaded online. If the title is not in the name of the cooperative housing society, then the plan cannot be uploaded or approved. In such a case, you will be stuck in the redevelopment process.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So tell us, what are the different modes of redevelopment through the society? In which way the society may carry out the redevelopment?
See, I would prefer the first way is go for the self-redevelopment. People don't understand that in the self, now I'll just give you a simple example. Now, the potential of your plot is, say, after constructing and selling it, it is going to generate say, around 1,000 crore rupees, right? Out of which 500 to 600 crores will go into the reconstruction, paying the premiums, paying the rents, and paying the corpus fund. Around 40%, that is 400 crores, will go into the kitty of the developer. This is how the arithmetic works when builder is coming for the redevelopment. Now, if you go for the self-redevelopment, if you don't make 400 crore rupees as a profit, at least you will make 300 crore as a profit. And this 300 rupees, it's distributed among the members of the society. So, the first mode is going for a redevelopment or self-redevelopment. And then the society can take up the finance, the project themselves by appointing a contractor for reconstruction of their building. The member of the society shall acquire new flats in lieu of their existing flats as agreed between themselves. If the society can grant the development rights, now the second option is you as a society grant the development rights to the builder. An arrangement is entered between the society and the developer, whereby the society grants to the developer the redevelopment rights. Try to understand, we are not giving him the land or the project, we are just giving him the development rights. What happens now? Normally, what is in the common parley, when people come to me of the cooperative society, they ask me, builder humko kya dega? So that is a very wrong way. First thing is, once you appoint an independent architect to give you the feasibility report, it is not only the arithmetics it is going to show you. Right from the inception, the first builder, when he put up the plan, what was the plan, what was the plot area, then to at present, he will make 4 to 5 pages of essays that the certain portion of the plot has gone into the setback, or certain portion of the plot is gone into the development of the road. So how much benefit you are going to, if you are not claimed, then you can claim it or not. That the independent architect will tell you whether it is a reservation plot or it was reserved, reservation has been removed. And whatever the benefits are there, he is going to tell you, and accordingly that you will understand what is the potential. So instead of asking the builder what he is going to give us, normally they ask, builder humko kya dega? That is the wrong way. You tell him that I am giving you the development rights for certain area. Now suppose the sale component comes to, as per the current DCPR, comes to 1 lakh square feet. So tell him that we are going to give you 1 lakh sellable square feet area. And in lieu of that, suppose my flat is of 600, you are giving me 900 square feet flat. Plus whatever the prevailing market rate of the rent, lease rent is there, and the corpus fund. If I get a less corpus fund, I am happy with it, but I should get the more area. That should be your way of thinking. Otherwise, in guise of taking more corpus fund, you reduce your area. So in the long run, you are the loser, because once the property price is going to appreciate again, in Mumbai there is scarcity of land. But there is going to be an abundant supply, because every second building is going for a redevelopment. So you have to be very careful that how you should go about it, and you should have a good managing committee member, and then only you can succeed. Otherwise, you will end up, and there are stall projects in all over Mumbai. More than 50% of the project gets stalled. But till date, I have not found a single self-redevelopment project which is got stalled and they are not able to complete the project.
Oh, interesting.
Now, third option is you can sell it, give outright sale to the developer. The developer purchases the premises from each member for a consideration and redevelops the building. In such a case, the society is dissolved and the members thereof shall not receive any premises in the new building. Now, just imagine, now I am staying in Bandra. There are 60 flats. One flat is costing 5 crore rupees. If the builder is going to purchase all the 60 flats, how much money he is going to invest? Astronomical. So now what he does, he comes with a plan. He gives you 1 year money in advance. Say 1 lakh rupees is there for a rent. So 12 lakhs into 60, it is 7 crores, 20 lakhs. Plus he will get an IOD or premium by paying another 3-4 crore rupees. And another, say, corpus fund if he gives you at the time of vacating. So that comes around 15 crore rupees. But that 500 crore project, as of now, if he is going to vacate us, he is just getting for only investing 3%.
Oh, okay.
So that is, you have to learn that you should not fall into the trap. So now let's go to the next question.
Okay. So tell us, what is Cluster Development Scheme, CDS?
Yeah, it is commonly in the builder language or architect language they call CDS. CDS is a cluster redevelopment scheme. In South Mumbai, if it is area is of around 4,000 square meters, 4 to 5 buildings come together and they go for a cluster redevelopment. And in suburbs, it is 6,000 square meters. Now, what is happening if you go to the cluster redevelopment? I also, promote people that come together and go for a cluster redevelopment. Because the open space requirement is only around the building, that's 6 meters. Now, suppose if each and every building goes for a separate redevelopment, so there is a boundary wall here, I have to leave 6 meters here for the fire brigade, and I have to leave 6 meters here. So I am losing 12 square meters. But if it is a cluster redevelopment, everything can be planned very well, and then you get incentives also, more FSIs also. So if you have a chance of going for a cluster redevelopment, don't miss the chance. But only thing is, appoint a good builder, see his track record, and go to his projects, especially the redevelopment one, and ask the existing members that how was he's dealing with them, whether he was able to pay the rent to them on time, whether he was completed the project on time, and whether there is a PERT chart where it is called a bar chart also, that after 4 weeks the first slab will be constructed, after 3 weeks another slab will be constructed. Similarly, all the items from brickwork to plumbing to plaster to painting, everything is defined in the Excel sheet. So if that is there, you can monitor it that the construction of building is going as per the plan. And if it is not, and if you have a good legal advisor, you will put a clause, if the PERT chart is not maintained, then the society has the right to terminate after giving a notice. So these are all things which you have to take it in your mind before thinking or before signing anything on the dotted line for the redevelopment.
In fact, regarding the same topic, like I know in Andheri, Lokhandwala area, there's a lot of buildings together trying for a cluster redevelopment. But also, इसमें क्या हो रहा है कि because it's not one person's decision, there's so many societies. एक building में normally this decision making is a problem because there'll be 10 flats. Everybody's demand is different, right? And imagine that multiplied by that many number of buildings. So the delay is inevitable by the time they conclude. Like there's this project in Bandra that my friend was telling me about. Since 7-8 years, this is just going on and on and on. The builder and them, they're having a meeting. Ke hoga. Then one society flat member will say, I want more money, and then the whole thing gets stalled. Now, very interestingly, what I heard is that now that building, for example, in Pali, is very, very old. Okay. Now the builder has offered them a certain amount of money, and they almost about to go ahead, and then one old family, building, flat member tells, okay, I think I need more money, and he stalls the project.
No.
Now, I'll just tell you what he told me is that if this delay happens to a level where the building, if the BMC puts a notice that आपकी building टूटने वाली है, you have to vacate. So that is so dangerous, because if that happens, then the builder comes in power. He says, "के ये ले लो, वरना बाहर में जाओ," right?
Right. If your building is considered as a C1 category, that is dangerous and dilapidated condition, so the BMC is not allowing you to stay in the building and continue. They will cut your water supply, they will cut your electric supply, and they will want you to vacate the premises because the building is going to collapse anytime.
Yeah.
So avoid that situation. Now normally what happens, that one person, as per the recently our Bombay Honorable High Court has said, that one person cannot stall the project.
Oh.
The minorities cannot stall the project until and unless there is some issue which involves legally, that if the society or the committee is doing something wrong, which is against the law or against the principles of the natural justice, then only he can stall the project. Otherwise, minorities cannot stall the project.
So once a person agrees to a certain amount of money and then says, no, I want more money, and he's stalling everybody's progress, that can be objected to.
100%, because the recent judgment of the Bombay High Court says that minority cannot, stall the redevelopment process.
And there's no percentage to it, like 1:9.
The majority says yes, If suppose now we as a majority come and do something which is illegal, which is not permissible as per law, then definitely there is a recourse in the High Court. We can go to the High Court and say that I am ready for the redevelopment. I am not opposing it, but the way the things are happening, they are against the principle of natural justice and against the law.
Okay.
Then you can start it. But otherwise, only if 90% of the people are saying that we agree to this builder and we agree to the whatever 35% fungible FSI we are getting, and the builder is giving more also, more than 35, then it is 5, the rent is given. But he cannot just simply say that I want more money. There has to be substantial violation of law of the land. Then he can definitely approach the High Court.
Okay. Because this is what I've heard time and again, that projects are only stalled because of one person.
One greedy person stalled the project.
Yeah.
That is now the Bombay High Court has taken this thing.
Oh, very good to know. So tell us, what are the advantages of redevelopment of a building?
See, now there are a number of advantages. One is my building was constructed in 70s, where the construction quality of the concrete, the RCC, was not as good as what we are getting it today for various reasons. There was no iron C, then there was no vibrator being used, and not the cement shortage was there in 70s and 80s. And plus now, because of the pandemic, everybody wants to have a space at home that if something comes, they can work from home.
Yeah.
So that space, additional space can be created, gymnasium can be created, and lot of other things, swimming pool, then terrace garden or jogger's track. So whatever is required in the new building, you can get it. And it is very good that in initial buildings, the lifts were, the shabby lifts, they go and
they're dangerous.
They are dangerous. They stop anywhere and then you are not able to come out of the floor. So nowadays, the latest lifts are designed in such a way that if there is a power failure, the lift will go to the immediate floor and the doors will open. Okay. Then you can have solar system, then you can have 100% power backup, then you can have a service lift where, easily if somebody is not well or somebody is dead, you can take the body into the stretcher or that patient into the stretcher and to the hospital. There are so many things which you can, with the modern technologies, whatever is required, that you can get it. And structural repair. Now what happens is every 5 years, 30 years old building, they require some or the other structural repairs. So that can be avoided, and it is not economically feasible and keep on repairing the old building. So, and repairing is a temporary solution. So once you get this new building with a good specification of RCC designs, where certain amount of steel is used, and that steel is, coated with anti-corrosive treatment, that is called epoxy treatment. So the life of the steel is there, it doesn't get corroded. Then the life of the the concrete, what we used to get in 70s and 80s was M20 or M15. But nowadays, with the RMC mixer and everything, if it is monitored properly, you get the strength of M40 to 45 in a building. Plus, you get additional area. So, and the developer is also likely to make money, and you will get the corpus fund for the society, and things can be, worked out in a very well manner. And members of the society can enjoy modern amenities like gymnasium, health club, additional car parking. See, car parking is also a very big issue.
Yeah.
Now, in my building, say there are 183 flats, but car parking is available for 100 or 110 people. So there is an always shortage of 70, 80 car parking.
Earlier, everybody had one car per family. Now it's 3-4 cars per family.
So for every flat there has to be this thing, and then you get modern elevators, new redevelopment buildings. So now we come to the end of this first session. Stay tuned to our channel for more updates on legal matters that affect you. If you find this video informative, please like, share and subscribe for more engaging content on legal issues. See you again in the next episode on the redevelopment part 2. Till then, take care, stay blessed, be safe, and remain healthy.
Thank you.